Oh, okay. All right, we are live. We'll call this meeting of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, January 13th, 2026 at 9 a.m. To order. Madam Clerk, has this meeting been advertised and do we have a quorum?
Yes.
All right. With that being said, Magistrate Ellis, would you have our invocation, please?
I'd be honored, Judge. Thank you. Please bow in prayer. Heavenly Father, we're entering a new year with, I'm sure, new issues for the constituents that we meet here today and throughout the year to do all we can to meet their needs. Please give us guidance and grace as we work to do the will of the people. And Lord, there's strife and concerns all around the world. We have troops needing protection. We have folks trying to resolve those issues. Please guide them in their work. Please bless our proceedings today. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Amen. And thank you, Magistrate Ellis. At this time, we have two Boyle County students, Aaliyah Stigall and Casey Karshner. And are both of you seniors?
Yes.
Okay, so seniors from Boyle County High School. They're going to lead us in the pledge, if everyone will stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and you all may be seated. And Aaliyah, we did not know that Casey was coming, and so I apologize, but we will get her a certificate. But Aaliyah, we have you a certificate of recognition for leading the court in the pledge. And if you'll just stand here and look at Miss Julie, she's going to get a picture. Go ahead, you have Casey. Yeah, oh yeah, Casey, come to it. Yes, please. Please.
There we go. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
One more. Got it.
Thank you. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You all can go ahead.
You all can stay and do your thing, or you all can leave. And go back to school.
I've had too much. Thank you all.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Okay, approve our prior meeting minutes. We have minutes from December 22nd, special call meeting.
Make that motion.
Motion by Magistrate Cullen. Second by
Second.
Mr. Gay. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I don't recall exactly if it was in the motion to table the CAT policy matter that we discussed, but I think it was mentioned by Magistrate Ellis that we make sure we do address that before month's end. So I'd like to see that get inserted.
Okay, is that on page 3?
It's under my report section. I'm not sure what page that's.
Okay, yeah, 3 and 4, okay.
So you want it, what added exactly that it's to
That
be?
the court would address these matters regarding the CAP policy before the end of the month.
But you we have to get it on the next agenda.
It would be on the next agenda, yes.
Okay?
Thanks, Steve.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any other discussion or comments? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. Approved budget transfers. Ms. Shannon?
I have budget transfers of $7,826.80.
Make a motion to approve the budget transfers as presented.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion by Magistrate Gay, a second by Magistrate Sleeper. Any discussion on the budget transfers? Seeing none, all those in favor signify. My mind just went blank. I mean, it just went blank. Say aye. Opposed, nay.
That gets worse.
Motion-
That gets worse.
Oh my gosh, it just went total blank. Woo. All right, approved cash transfers.
We have $266,679.05 from occupational checks to the general fund. We have $75,000 from the general fund to the road fund, $200,000 from the general fund to jail, $125,000 from the general fund to EMS, and then $16,606.60 from the opioid fund to the EMS for the social worker's salary.
Okay,
And that's it.
is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Magistrate Bodner, is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Cullen, any discussion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you. Now we approve our bills. Ms. Elena.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Today's bill packet will total $737,654.19. And today, our enterprise bill was posted this morning, so I'd like to go ahead and add that on there as well. That is $9,838.43. That's going to bring your grand total to $747,492.62.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the bills with that addition?
Yes, I'll make that motion.
Magistrate Gay, is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Cullen, is there any discussion? You'll see throughout the packet that there are several third quarter allocations. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. Okay, no comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, under new business, we have County Clerk Casey McCoy present his 2026 budget.
See back there.
Be the door person. Thank you. Okay. Okay, can I, might as well stand up?
You can have a seat if you'd like. Okay. Okay. Well, while we're getting Casey, we can move on to the next. We have two appointments this morning. We have a reappointment to the Parksville Water District and a reappointment to the Board of Health. We have Harold McKinney.
Checking to see if he's back there.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and do our appointments. Thank you. Harold McKinney is here to be reappointed to the Parksville Water Board. I'd like a motion to
So moved.
approve. Magistrate Ellis, second by Magistrate Bodner. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Harold, if you will come up and receive your certificate
That's
of
what I came
appointment.
for, really. Get my picture made with you.
And you just volunteered to serve until January the 13th of 2030.
I'll be almost 60 years old.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you very much. We appreciate your serving. You
And
can take that home and frame it.
Thank you all for your
And
service.
Judge Harold, since you're now on the Parksville Board, if you've got a big shovel, our water line went out on Caldwell. And there is a ditch that's open now, and I'm looking out there.
I'm on the publicity side, not the side. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to leave if that's okay.
Oh, you don't want to stay and be entertained?
Not really.
Oh.
PTSD for him.
Yeah. And then next we have Agnes Bartleson, and I'd like to receive approval for her to be reappointed to the Boyle County Board of Health. And if I could, okay, Magistrate Gay, second by Magistrate Bodner. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Miss Agnes, we have reappointed you with a term ending December 30th, 2027. Woo!
Oh.
Shirley's not on her game this day. I don't know why. All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you serving.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing her.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Happy to do it.
Thank you.
Just like your name.
All right, Casey, you're up. Yes, sir.
Get you the roller mallet.
Thanks for bumping me up to the top. I got a funeral I got to go to this afternoon, so.
No problem.
I'm just here to present the Boyle County Clerk's Office 2026 budget for the fiscal year, which expands fees from during the calendar year 2026 at $796,000 for deputies, assistants, and other employees.
Okay, so you're presenting budget and salary cap, correct? Okay. So we understand.
We need to,
We need to approve the budget.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget.
Okay,
Second.
motion by Magistrate Gase, second by Magistrate Bodner. Any discussion on the budget? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion passes. Okay, then we have order setting the maximum salary for the clerk's office. You said $796,000? Okay. Motion to approve salary cap.
So moved.
Magistrate Gay,
Second.
second by Magistrate Harmon. Any discussion on the salary cap? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
It went down from last year, so I'll see what.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Later?
Later.
Okay. All right, good deal. I'm gonna hand that to you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey.
All right. Next step, we have Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton. I can get it.
I got it.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge, Magistrates. Good to see you this morning. I'm here on some information for you all. We, Parks and Rec have been talking with the city about doing some spring cleaning out at the fairgrounds. And so we're exploring options because we don't quite know how to do it. We don't know if, we pay somebody to pull some of this stuff down, or would they pay us to pull it down? So we're kind of really just exploring it, gonna get your opinion on it. But what we're doing, if I could walk back here, I guess it'll be easier for me to point. The long rectangle building up here in the corner, that's not the show barn, that's that wooden barn. And it's kind of fallen off of its studs, and it's kind of pretty dangerous. But it looks like it's a lot of nice recycled wood that like a lot of people use now. So we're looking at maybe putting that out as surplus. And then right here is a small little, but it's actually a real big pile of boulders that they pulled when they did the tennis courts. We'd like to surplus them because a lot of people have been talking about they'd like them, some landscaping companies like them. And we actually talked with the Pine Knob trail builders about if they would like them out at Pine Knob. So we might be able to put them out there. And then on this fairground road, there's a really old fence that's fallen apart. You know what I'm talking about. It's the same wood as that building. We're looking to surplus that out and maybe get some people that might want the wood or would actually like to recycle it. And the other thing we're looking into is Josh Morgan, the city engineer, is talking with the fair board about those bleachers, what we want to do with those. We've heard that maybe they want them in the new fair site. We don't know, but he's working with them, but we just want to make sure you know what we're doing. If you have any objections or if you guys have any ideas of what we can do with that stuff, we'd want to let you know. The last thing we're doing is the two buildings in the middle that are still standing. We are fixing.
Could you point at them over there because we can't see
them
behind us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can come back to you. These two buildings here are still up here, and where's the other one? Yeah, here and here are still in use. We rent one out to the baseball team, and the other is used by the fair, or I'm sorry, by 4-H. We're gonna try to paint those that match the way you guys did the shelters out there, so they just need a coat of paint slapped on. We're hoping to get that done this spring.
Is at least one of those a metal barn?
Yeah, those are both the metal barns.
With concrete floor?
I Yeah, I think the one in the middle had a concrete floor,
See,
right?
in an odd thing of survey, we own the corner of that building.
Really? Right, okay.
No, the top one is the one that we own. The one to the right.
Pavilion.
We own just a slight quarter of that.
Yeah, the one right in the middle by the tennis court?
No,
No.
to the right.
Okay, okay.
Well, on that note, I still would like us, with this visual up there, it's a good time, I think, to maybe bring it up real quick, I still would like us to really push it down the road to make that all Millennium Park.
Right, correct.
And that way it wouldn't be this, who owns what, it would be jointly owned by the city and the county. The city put in the fairgrounds property, the county put in White's Park, and whatever else is left, and it's all taxpayer property anyway, but it ought to just be an expansion of Millennium Park. And then we get rid of these boundary lines.
Yeah, it'd make
that we
things a lot
have out
easier,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a discussion we need to have.
it is.
Yeah.
So,
It's more on the city side because they own a lot more. Waste Park is just a small little couple acres and they own all that other, so I don't know if they would just.
Want to schedule a little work session,
I would
try
like
to get
to,
with
yeah.
the city
Yeah.
and just
Let's do that.
talk the ins and outs of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Does the city solely own the big wooden barns?
Up there in the corner, yeah, I
Yes.
believe so,
Yes.
yeah, that's not part of White's Park.
Knowing the
Now-
Amish and others, the selling price of lineal foot of barnwood, if it's in any kind of condition, is pretty good. You asked for ideas, it's
Yes.
yours, not ours, but I'd put a bid process out.
Yeah, I
on it,
think-
And they have a capability of taking them down, so they'd probably be a lead bidder.
Right, correct, and I think that's what the city engineer plans to do, is kind of feel out, put it out to bid. I agree, I think that, I've just seen that recycled wood used lots of places. I think either they would take it down for free for the wood, or maybe even pay something for it.
Yeah.
Yes, with that said, the other thing, me and Julie, me and the city engineer meeting today, and also to discuss Alum Springs operations and budget, so I can get you the Parks and Rec budget here, hopefully, by the end of the month.
By Alum Springs, you mean the new park?
The new
Yes.
park, correct.
Folks, anybody who missed that dedication yesterday, and my seatmate, Paula Bodner, is almost solely responsible for us getting that. Just congratulations to everybody, Tommy, you as well, everybody who worked on that. Just tremendous for this community.
Yeah, we're excited about that, it's gonna be great. So with that, if you don't have any questions,
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you all very much.
Appreciate the update. and
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Fill us in.
Yep.
We'll get that meeting scheduled.
Judge, the only thing, Julie, when you're putting a meeting together, is it just you and the judge going to maybe feel out to see what the?
No, I'm asking Earl to help us assemble a small working group to work on that. And maybe a couple of you, a couple of them, and see if we
Is that premature?
can, and incorporate the,
Okay, so is that premature? Maybe you and Judge go talk with Earl to see if there's a desire from the city to do it, and then if there is,
I think when we had that working session at Jenny Rogers, everybody said, yes, that's something we need to talk about. And that was
There
a
seems to be a
joint
good
meeting. If y'all
response to
remember,
it.
that came up and it was like, yeah, we need to.
We just haven't
and-
got it done yet.
And revamping the whole parks function of how that committee works.
The
So
park,
we
yeah,
just
we-
do it all at one time.
Yeah, we talked about also reestablishing kind of a joint
Yes.
city, county,
Yes.
park committee that we had back in the early
Elected
days of
officials,
Millennium
yeah.
Park. In the early days of that, to be an expansion of that now that we could have a expanded version of
Yeah.
Millennium Park to talk about how to jointly fund projects within that space.
Unless I'm remembering incorrectly, it was very favorable discussion.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's correct.
All the
Yeah, that's correct.
commissioners present were very open to that dialogue.
And then the holidays came, and then we just
Yeah.
didn't get it scheduled, so.
And we have been
need to get
pushing
back on that.
for that advisory board to come back.
Right.
But
Yes.
We're waiting on something from the city manager.
Yes. All right, good on that. All right, moving on, we have County Surveyor Rich Murphy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Just this one page.
Right now, yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think there was 3 projects on there scheduled to talk about, but I wanted to withdraw 2 of them. The first one is the Stewarts Lane. We were going to talk about that. The reason for the withdrawal is we talked with Trilly and Julie, we had some last minute edits to the right-of-way width that they want to subdivide off. So, and I talked with Volkert, and they didn't have enough time yet to revise.
Okay.
They're still working on the revision, so we'll reschedule the Stewarts Lane one for the next meeting. So I'd like to withdraw it from this one.
Okay, that's fine.
I believe the next one on the list is the 125 East Main Street survey that we're working on.
Yes.
That one I would like to withdraw also for now. The reason for that is there's some overlap of property, like deed overlap in the corner that Chris Herron, the attorney, is working on getting resolved to try and get quick claim deeds and everything established. So we figured it'd probably be, yeah, you have the copies there too. It shows the little bit of the overlap in the one corner, and they're working on getting that resolved. So I'm hoping that by the next meeting we can get it back on there and have a clean copy of it where this is.
I would like to add, I'm Jenny Irwin, I'm the assistant, so I've met with Chris about this. He understands it's being resolved to be fully addressed, but he has met with both of the property owners, and they have both agreed after getting a written explanation, kind of agreement, that they will quit claim the property over.
Right.
So they're both in agreement, so hopefully when it's brought back, all that will.
Okay, then I'll talk with Chris, and once
Yes.
those documents are signed, I'll get copies of those, add them to this exhibit, the recorded book and information on this plat, so everything will be cleaned up and resolved. So, and I'll probably get that in the next one as well.
Yeah. Great.
The last one on the list is the Gose Pike Convenience Center that we completed the survey for. There was no issues with that whatsoever. The deed, which is kind of surprising for usually there's overlaps, there's other issues to kind of work through. This was very straightforward as far as survey goes. We found the pins. All the pins were they were buried and stuff there, but we found all the pins from a survey 20 years ago or whatever. So we've got reestablished those. We have them all marked up and everything, and we didn't see any issues with anything there. And I think you all have a copy of that survey, and it has been recorded, and I've given Julie a official recorded copy of it as well on that. So, and it's on file in the clerk's office.
Do you need us to take any action on this?
There's no action on it. That's just more for information and submittal.
Okay. I've met with Rich, and we have discussed all three of these plats earlier in the month, so I'm happy to hear, Jenny, about the quitclaim deed on the East Main property, so that's good, very good. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, next up, Arts Commission Director, Mimi Becker. Good morning.
Good morning. It is always a pleasure to, actually, I think these meetings are fascinating. If I had nothing else to do, I would probably attend on a regular basis. I'd become the Wilma Brown of fiscal court. Since she's moved away, nobody, Anyway, I always appreciate also your support of our work. We continue the projects and the programs, and always are adding new. We supported music at Parable Festival. We supported music at the balloon event. And also, certainly, I can't leave Constitution Square Festival, allowing us to continue to bring that back and to partner as we do with you all in use of the property, and obviously Farmers Market. And if you have, I don't know if you've heard, but in our 4th year at Constitution Square Festival, we moved from a 2,500 attendance in the first year, when I didn't even think anybody would come and didn't have porta potties or anything, So all of a sudden, here we are this last year at 9,900 attendance. So we're very grateful to Whitaker Bank and to you all for the major support and the partnership with the Farmers Market. So with that being said, one of our privileges as the Arts Commission is to name the Arts Citizen of the Year for Danville and Boyle County. Typically we do name one person and perhaps an organization, but this year we chose to name 2 because we felt it was high time. The first person who we named, Paula Meckes, could not be here. She is Her service to our community is extensive in the arts, primarily at KSD. She was a teacher there for 35 years and was responsible pretty much for getting arts accessible to those students. Performances, guest speakers, guest visitors, tickets to things, programming. It was amazing what she could do. She also was able to devote her time to choreographing either at community theaters or high schools, working with the students. Currently, she is the co-coordinator of the Parks and Recreation dance program at Jenny Rogers Community Center. They serve 75 to 80 kids each term. So her involvement in the community is extensive. She still is kind of employed. Today, she said she could not come today because she supervises a student teacher in Madison County. She continues her work with deaf education, and the student is pregnant, and they absolutely had to get this meeting in today. Barring snow, they had to do it. So thankfully, there was no snow. So Paula is, we're very proud to have recognized her contributions to our community. But I do have with me David Farmer. David is, and so many people know who David is. Come on up. I have to prompt him to get up, you know. Come on, David. You know.
Well, never knows where you're sitting.
Yeah. So David, as you all know, is a lifelong artist. He has been in this community for many years. He has worked in the private sector as well as he served in the military, and he's worked for the state of Kentucky. But he has devoted his life to visual arts and is currently, and has been for actually quite some time, the artist in residence at the Art Center of the Bluegrass. And he was, I believe, the first one appointed to that position. Still has, yes, Wilma, who was our first Art Citizen of the Year way back in 2003, I believe it was. So David also is very generous with his time, with visitors, and donating to, and I keep saying that, donating to arts events, so helps us make money to continue our work. He is in many collections. He's I went to visit someone in the hospital in both at UK, I think, and at St. Joe's, and looked, I said, I know that artist, you know, so he's on exhibit in lots of places. It's sold fairly widely around the country as well. Each year we do give a gift, a small gift, a token gift, but more importantly, we feel, because we think the arts are givers, artists are givers, we make a donation to the program of the Citizen of the Year's choice. David chose the Humane Society, so the Arts Commission is making a donation in his honor. And Paula chose the KSD Charitable Foundation, specifically to provide tickets to their students for performances. And we'll be sending a check to them as well.
Great.
So,
Great.
David Farmer, Arts Citizen of the Year 2025.
Congratulations.
I think you can say 3 or 4.
Always surprised at the number of artists discovered in Boyle County. There's so many of them, and I really feel this an honor to be selected. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't think you all could have chosen any two more appropriate people. So
we're very pleased. I mean, we're always pleased, but you know, David is an icon, and Paula's been in some ways kind of overlooked by the community. She just goes about doing her work, and I've known her for years and really appreciate everything she's done.
Well, congratulations, and
thank you all
very happy.
much.
Very happy that you're here. Yeah. Thank you, Mimi. All right, next up we have Public Works Supervisor Roger Johnson.
Yes, thank you.
He said out in the hall. Yeah.
Roger Johnson.
Roger Johnson.
Come on down. Come on down.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Did you see his newest piece of the West Hookers Park here, David's?
Yes.
Very nice.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody?
Good.
Right?
Good.
Good deal. I'm here this morning to purchase a 5500 Dodge Ram dump truck. My thoughts are to go with Bachman Auto Group.
And also that would be the price of the cab and chassis. And then I don't know if it's in the packet or not, but the bid was $23,395, which the total would be $87,134 for the truck and dump bait.
So moved, Judge.
All right, we have a motion by Magistrate Ellis. Is there a second?
Second.
Magistrate Bodner. Okay, any discussion?
That's in the budget.
That's in the budget, and also that's pay on delivery and tags and license.
Transfer and title.
Yeah.
All right. Seeing no other discussion, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Get her done.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Winter's coming.
I know.
Have a good day.
Sadly, yeah, sadly.
It will happen.
All right, next up we have Fleet Mechanic Tommy Robertson with Mike Rogers, EMS Director.
You're up, buddy. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Haven't seen y'all in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long while. Anyway, so I just wanted to stop in today and just tell y'all I appreciate how friendly and just all the departments have been awesome to work for, and it's the best job I've ever had. So I absolutely just, it's phenomenal. But anyway.
You're the best mechanic we ever had, Tommy.
And
before we get started, I do want to, Tommy goes above and beyond. I call him anytime he answers. He comes in on the weekends when he's needed to save one of our vehicles from certain demise in different situations, whether it's a battery or on the side of the road. He does a really good job. He has fixed everything we've ever asked him to fix. So he's a very great, good experienced mechanic and he's a better person. So super excited to have him as part of what we've been able to accomplish. And we move a lot of vehicles through, so.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. So the few numbers that I've got is just for parts and labor. I just going to ballpark it here, is roughly about $197,210 for the last, well, since I was here last time. Between the whole time that I've been here, we've saved $330,000.
That's good.
So, and that's before I added this month. So, but I mean, everything has been, things are, where we've caught up on the negligence of the vehicles. And that's nobody's fault, it's just the way it is. And with getting all the new vehicles in, and we've still got, obviously, some of the older vehicles that we'll always have, but it's just been, I don't know, I'm terrible at talking, but thank you. I appreciate everybody, and all the departments has just been tremendous to work for. So.
I hear from my son-in-law that you stay busy all the time, and you do really well to get everybody in and out.
Yeah, I try. I try very hard.
And so I think as we look toward the future, we need to see what happens. We talked about this in our committee this morning. See what happens with the new vehicles, that we're bringing in now with the Enterprise. See how that kind of how that's going to shake out. Of course, with the ambulances and the big vehicles, the dump trucks and things, we don't have that quite that same luxury. But we also talked about this morning in our meeting about looking at and trying to plan earlier that we can see a clear demise in our ambulance. Like it runs great, and then just falls off a cliff. It seems like. And we've had a lot of luck out of the F4 chassis that we have. And so, looking at that going forward, I think we're going to really try with the ambulances to when we pinpoint that, if we can get rid of it then, get a significant 150,000 out of it and then just replace it with a new ambulance, I think that's gonna be better than just running it into the ground and then getting $2,000 or $3,000 for it.
It's still gonna be tough scheduling 2-3 years out to even grab one, right?
Yeah, it'll take, well, I mean, now I think there's some opportunities that we could grab a demo ambulance in those places, but we're gonna really focus on that, and Commissioner Cullen was talking about that this morning, about really looking at replacing ambulances earlier to be able to get more of that value out of it. And the idea, when I went to CAECO, there was somebody talking about doing that with some of the dump trucks. Didn't really mention, but being able to take those ambulances with 100,000 miles to where they're still in really good shape and get them into another market like the Nashville area where you can get a little bit better price with somebody that does an auction or, and so that's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel that, we need to look at a group that does have resources for like on a national level to get where some of these specialty items will, get top dollar for it. And that there were 3 or 4 of them that were there that really kind of stuck out. And I have cards of a couple of them that I think would be good to work with.
Yeah, and when you go to the conferences that you guys go to, see if you can find us somebody that can help advertise these ambulances on a bigger platform, because I think you'll get a lot better price that way. So.
Yeah.
Then the only other talk that we had this morning was at some point looking at bringing on maybe a part-time person to help.
Yep. Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate you.
See you, Mike.
See you, buddy.
Okay, next up we have IT Director Bill Nichols, right on cue.
And I brought me some help today.
I see that.
You guys
brought
brought
the National
such
Guard.
a
Yeah.
National Guard in.
That's right. 10 years ago, you all developed a position called the IT Director's position, which you were kind enough to allow me to do. Since then, we have gone from a 6 meg DSL modem download to full 1 gig fiber networking. And that's all well and good. That makes us efficient. That makes it so we can work from home. That makes it so we don't use as much paper. But in 2026, one of the things we got to start worrying about is AI and cybersecurity. This team from the National Guard is the National Guard Cyber Resiliency Team, and they are going to attack our system. They're going to find out where our holes are and what we need to do to fix them if there are holes. So I'm going to let them present themselves, because I never remember names very well, and let them kind of give you just a real big, wide overview of what we're going to do over the next couple of months.
Okay, good deal.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you all for having us here today. He said it pretty well. We're with the Kentucky Cyber Resilience Initiative. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be performing a cybersecurity assessment over networks that fall under the fiscal court. And like you mentioned, we're going to be just taking a look at the infrastructure, identifying any kind of holes or anything that we feel like should be locked up a little bit further, and we'll provide a detailed list of ways to remediate any issues that we find. Additional to that, we'd like to conduct some brief interviews with leadership in each department just to go over some cybersecurity policy and align that with the NIST framework, or the National Institute for Standards and Technology, which is one of the nationally accredited foundations for cybersecurity. But yeah, that's anything else you'd like to add, Sergeant Finley? Or?
Yeah, I just want to say we're not here to audit anything. We're not here to we can't force anybody to do anything, right? And this is like basically a free resource for the county. Really, the state does care about cybersecurity, and that's the reason that our program is thing. So really, we just want to come in and help, provide that information, provide those fixes, and walk away. We can't really did they do that? Did they fix that? So I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that ultimately it's up to you what you do with that information, but we do want to make sure that everyone's informed.
You're going to provide us the checklist.
Right, ma'am.
All right.
Awesome.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
My whole background is legislation and regulations, and I constantly...
Technology, right?
Well, unfortunately, not at all technology.
And law.
And I've just in the last couple of days with our legislature convening early this month, seen some things on there, and I immediately feel the hair on the back of my neck going up because I don't believe what I'm reading. How can I double and triple check, other than going to the Legislative Research Commission and bugging them to death? How can I know what I'm seeing so that I'm not wasting a whole lot of time on the issues that would affect the court? How can I know what is AI? Is there any flag to knowing something's AI and inappropriately done?
So there, and you can probably correct me if I'm wrong, there are some AI checking tools, like a lot of professors use in universities, but unfortunately there's not like a surefire, definite answer I can give you on that. It is just getting kind of harder and harder spot, and as he mentioned, you know, it's leading to further cybersecurity incidents because they can craft phishing emails a lot more creatively and a lot more effectively that way.
The scenario, you mentioned teachers. The scenario I've given to guys like you who understand this stuff is Tom Ellis wrote the essay for his teacher in his senior year. The teacher says to the principal, "I ain't buying this." Tom Ellis got 5 points from AI and wrote the essay. So I'm called to the principal's office and I ask for time to consider my response. So I go back to AI and say, what are my answers going to be when the principal really nails me down and the teacher nails me down on did I write this or not? In other words, my second level of AI is bailing me out, and my teacher says, my gosh, he really wrote it. And I didn't. You understand my scenario?
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm so concerned when I see yesterday, and I think this was legitimate, where an employer is telling his employees if they will not use AI at his corporation, small corporation, he'll fire them. And I'm going, I would be suspect of AI every time I see something, and I want to back check it with something else. How do we back check it with something else as a court?
We can definitely do some research on that for you and get back with some more specific answers on that. That is just.
But that's not what you guys are here to do, right?
No.
You're here for security to
And
make
that's
sure
security.
It's not security.
If I can use AI to write something illegitimately, and then I'm called before the court for it, and I go back to AI and say, what am I going to respond when my court colleagues? You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's layer after layer of abuse of the system.
I'd like to chime in with something.
Go ahead.
It might sound a little pessimistic, but unfortunately the answer is things are starting to look so real that it is almost impossible to tell. And now those credible sources that we used to look toward are being polluted with the same problem.
That's the answer I thought I'd hear.
So ultimately, you know, we can do what we do, just try to talk to humans. When it comes down to it, that human-to-human interaction is what we still can trust. But unfortunately, I don't think there is a better answer.
That's the best answer right there.
Yeah. Sad. Yeah. Well, thank you all for what you're going to be doing, and we're excited to hear the results.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Putting that together.
Thank you very much. All right, next up, we have Danny Rhodes, Executive Officer with the Department of Court Facilities, and he's going to come talk to us about a memorandum of understanding between us and AOC.
Yes, thank you, Judge Bottom, Magistrates, and thank you for the opportunity to come today. As many of you may know, we have presented the county with an MOU for a new judicial center project. That is based on the decision by the Chief Justice to include that in the judicial branch budget in this biennium. So that is part of our budget that has been presented to the General Assembly for consideration. Part of that is that we do have to have an agreement in place with the county before the General Assembly will authorize funding for that project. That MOU basically outlines all of the requirements for a Court of Justice Judicial Center project. And just to give you a brief overview of our capital construction projects and how those are run when those are authorized in the judicial branch budget. KRS 26A 160 requires the Chief Justice to basically establish rules for the design, financing, construction of all court facilities throughout the state. Now, these court facilities, per the KRS 126A, are required to still be owned and operated by the county governments, or local unit of government in some cases. Those projects, even though they're authorized by the General Assembly in our budget, are financed by the county. Once they are authorized and we have an agreement in place with the county. That financing is established over a 20-year bond issuance, basically. Minimum of 20 years. Some cases we've had to go to 25 years, which we have the authorization to do without going back to the General Assembly on those projects. That bond payment is paid directly by AOC to the bondholder. The county, that money's not run through the county. It's paid directly to that trustee bank that holds that bond. The operation and maintenance cost, as we pay our proportionate share here in the courthouse, whatever percentage that we're occupying in a new judicial center, and we have considered that would be 100% KCOJ occupied facility, we would pay 100% of those operating costs in that facility. That is reimbursed to the county after those payments have been made, and a quarterly reimbursement to the county. The way these projects are run, per the rules that the General Assembly and the Chief Justice have established, they follow what is called AP Part 10, and this is basically a project narrative and guideline of how the PDBs or the boards are to be established. Also the design guidelines that the architects are to follow, as well as any parameters related to security, office space, things like that. So once the MOU is signed, the county will give authorization to the Project Development Board that will be established for this project. And we call that PDB in short, to be the decision maker on the project through the entirety of the project. That board will be made up of the highest county government official, which is the county judge executive, the most senior circuit judge in the circuit, most senior district judge, the circuit's court clerk, a citizen at large that is nominated by the county and then appointed by the AOC director, and then a KBA attorney or representative on the board, and that is appointed by the Kentucky Bar Association director. So that board, as I mentioned, will be the decision maker on behalf of the county and the Kentucky Court of Justice through the duration of the project. So related to site, related to procurement of architects, construction providers, issuance of pay applications, change orders, design considerations, things like that. That board will be the ones that make that decision. We do have advisory members that are on that board, I being one of those. Our AOC budget director is also on that, AOC general counsel, AOC Office of Finance and Administration director, and the county attorney as an advisory member. So I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. And
just out of curiosity, the citizen at large, must he or she not be a currently elected official?
Not on the county, the fiscal court, basically. We have had some.
City Commission of Danville?
Yes, yeah.
Could be or not?
Could be. We've had mayors of local communities that have been nominated as well. So
Good.
Danny, I have a question.
Yes.
You kind of talked us through, we met with Danny a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
It's about a 5-year process. Could you
Yes.
kind of?
Realistically, and this is if everything goes smooth, we're looking at about a 5-year process. So,
Does the determination to move forward require that it be done in the budget session?
well, you mean the current
And a
budget
follow-up
session that we
question,
have?
if we want to get in the loop, do we have to do it before April 15 with this?
To be approved for this budget session, yes.
So if we missed it now, it could be next year, but if we missed it now and it's required to be in the budget, we would be 2 years out
Yes,
before
2
we
years
could get
out.
it.
We don't want to miss it.
No.
Yeah, and really the consideration that the Chief Justice gave on this was based on, the concerns that we have with the current roof issues that are going on, and that, potentially very, very large project that is going to require that the KCOJ offices relocate for an extended period of time, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, this is an exciting day. It really is. This is a big deal, in a lot of ways long overdue for this county, as the prominence that I feel like we have in the history of our state, and the fact that we've been pretty far down the list, and to be moved up
Yes.
to the top of the list is a big deal, and I would move that we get this signed into Frankfurt today.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Magistrate Gay, a second by Magistrate Ellis. Is there any other discussion on the memorandum of understanding?
Yeah, first and foremost, I cannot thank Chief Justice Deborah Lambert enough for this. I mean,
Right.
she has been fantastic to work with, and she's just spearheaded and pushed this forward for us. So, if I caught this right, the county is going to have to bond this project, right?
Correct.
And we're looking at a $50 million project,
Correct.
if I read this correctly. And so if that's outside of our bonding capacity, how does that work?
Because these are state-backed bonds, General Assembly authorized funds, and we'll bring on a financial advisor that'll help us go through this, and our bond counsel as well. But because these are state-backed bonds, that doesn't go against the county's bonding capacity.
Okay, because we have another bond that we're looking
Yes.
at doing, and so we want to make sure.
And not to go into too much detail, but we will, and I don't know if the county already has a public properties corporation established.
We do.
We do.
We do. I was going to ask that. Can we use that?
Well, I think our bond counsel will review that
Okay.
to see, if it's in good standing and how much bonding is already associated with that. But the Public Properties Corporation is established, and they're basically the bondholder until that debt service is paid off. So for the next 20 years, that Public Properties Corporation will be the one that is technically holding that debt.
I think the only bond in it right now is the energy efficiency, which is, it's going to be paid off in a couple of years, so.
And once that bond is paid off, is that building property of the county or the state?
The deed reverts to the fiscal court at that point. So, but as long as we continue to occupy, we will, pay all of the use allowance or the operation cost associated with the space that we're occupying. But because we have paid that debt service off, the county would not receive basically a use allowance for that at that point.
On the one hand, there are great sensitivities about overdoing it during the General Assembly. On the other hand, some of us, if not all of us, will be up there on the 11th with the Kentucky Magistrates Association. Any advice on going beyond our delegation when we go up there in terms of talking to leadership and others about our request?
As much local support as we can get. Our Judiciary Committee, obviously the individuals and representatives that sit on that committee are very interested. They already know about this project, and I think as much support locally that can be shown will be favorable as we move forward. This is one of 2 projects that we have included in our budget. So, you know, we are definitely pushing this as much as we can.
Yeah, and that's where I was just going to echo, on that point, echo Magistrate Collins' point that the Chief Justice Lambert has put this as one of 2 at the top of her list, so that is extremely helpful
Yes.
in going before the legislation.
And Daniel Elliott sits on the judiciary.
I was just going to say that I remember when the judge first came into office, that was one of our first meetings.
Yes.
Was about how do we get this moving forward. So whatever we do as a court in our advocacy, I'll use that word, please keep this as your number 1. I know there are other projects that you all have, pet projects and things that are important to you, but this has to be collectively our number 1, because we've been working on this for a long time.
And Judge Dodson.
And it's like, it's here, let's stay focused, please,
Yeah.
that this is the number 1, because
Could we
a
get
lot
an
of work's gone into
ABC
this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
We can.
summary so that?
We can, yeah, we can get you that, but
I
please,
will-
number 1.
I will say that I have heard no negativity toward any of the projects that we've included in our budget, only that, hey, we may want to add this other project in our budget. So
focus on the big one.
And talk to RJ. RJ can help us too. He's already said, this is our bond counsel. He's given us some advice. We've talked to him about.
And Daniel and Amanda both are aware.
So don't screw it up.
I didn't say that.
So what about the bail? Can we get the bail out of the tower yet?
We're Tate's Architects. I've been talking to them. They've returned my phone call. They're interested. They're probably going to be our architect to get us through that, to work
I'd
with
just
the
like to
structural.
get that heavy bail out. That would make me feel a lot better.
Make us all
I'm
feel
working on
better.
it.
Yeah.
Make us all feel better.
I will, there's representatives from AOC giving testimony at the Budget Review Subcommittee this morning.
Good.
Related to the relocation of the courts to a temporary location. I will say that, you know, that is in our budget request for funding to be able to do that. So, you know, we are continuing to push to get that done, but until we, you know, obviously get authorization for funding, you know, we kind of, our hands are tied a little bit on
One
that
other
timeframe.
thing,
So-
just to add to this, is if there's any property acquisition that you might need for a site, that would come through us, right? If
Well,
said we want to be
ultimately, it would be
here.
determined by the PDB.
Okay, got it.
But the, you know, the obviously the county attorney would help assist in any site, you know, purchases and things like that.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So our IT guy could go to that committee meeting and punch it through to all of us after that takes place today, right? Where they're testifying.
Yes, yeah.
That would be good to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a list of items that they asked us to testify on, and 3 items, I believe, and that Boyle County relocation.
That would be part of the information that would help us when we're talking. Thank you.
Call a question on,
Okay.
call a question on the motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
It will be an honor.
Do you want a signed copy today, or?
If you can, just
Yes.
email it to me. That'll be fine.
Sign it and go. Let's go.
And Chris has looked at it. Chris has looked at it, right?
Has Chris
Yes,
signed it?
yes.
He has
Yeah, I
to
guess he
sign
I don't have a signed copy, but
Oh, he has to
seen
sign it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll email
He's
it
out
to
of
you.
court, though. I know he's out of it.
Appreciate it.
District.
Yep. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Safe travels back.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Magistrate reports. And we will start with Magistrate Ellis today.
Thank you, Judge. The judge and I have talked again this morning, and the issue of side-by-sides on our roads, complicated by one of my constituents who can drive on the back of his farm because he's in Casey County, but he can't drive, or on their roads, but can't drive on ours. So we're hoping that Chris can find some bullet points for us that are pro and con on our moving forward, on accommodating the fact that a lot of folks need additional help in getting out on our roads with their
Well,
side.
let's not confuse people, because again, if you've got farms, you can use it to go
I
from farm to
understand.
farm.
I understand.
So I don't want to say that, you know, if somebody has a farm, they can't go farm to farm, because that's already out there.
Yeah, that's,
It's the recreational side.
yeah, he hit a wall when he went here for registration. A wall when he went here for registration of his vehicle. So there are a lot of things that people don't understand. Secondly, we're hopeful that our quick recall academic team will appear, young, great kids at Boyle County High School, and I'm communicating with their coach. So hopefully we'll be communicating with their coach. So hopefully we'll be arranging that.
And they won the state, right? State tournament?
I'm not sure exactly which level. It might have been
Okay.
preliminary.
Okay.
And by the way, the reason they can't be here today is they're, third, I'm again part of a group of about 15 on KM. I'll go as fast as I can. In the first 2 days, they had 295.
Thank you, Mike.
290 days, they had 295.
Thank you, Mike.
295 bills have already been on this, in the first 2 days introduced to be focused on our courthouse. There's an interesting debate about giving local authority to be focused on our courthouse. There's an interesting debate about giving local authority. That will be a hot one. That will be a hot one. There will be a lot of dissent on that piece of legislation. We haven't seen the draft yet. There may be additional requirement for deputy coroner training. That is a piece of legislation that's out there. There are 7 different bills on property tax. Interestingly, most of them are based on old folks getting more exemptions. I don't know who that might include, but some people will stay out of that one. There is also legislation about inverse compensation. It would be at this point in the draft form that it is an unfunded mandate, which is about the most debated concept out of KMCA, because thank you very much, do things for us but make us pay for them is the issue. So that one we will be all over. That's House Bill 138, which we'll really be watching closely.
Are they, Tom, real quick, let me ask a question on that one. Are they trying to, I mean, do the same thing they do with the county clerk, the judge, and the sheriff, where they tell us how much we have to pay? Is that?
Essentially, yeah.
So it'd be under that same
umbrella, yeah. But, you know, again, that's more dollars at our local level. Interestingly, I don't know how we handle homeless people who die and the billing. Does anybody know, Shannon, is that a line item that we consider? And okay, there's going to be something about that. I don't know the details, but about what the counties would pay for cremation rather than other forms of internment. So we've got to watch that.
I don't think we can do cremation right now. I think you can only do, you cannot, cremation's not an option right now.
Oh, I haven't seen the legislation, so it must address that. Important to know, they will be closed, of course, for Martin Luther King Day. The last day to introduce Senate bills would be the 2nd of March, and the last day for House bills would be the 4th of March. So if we're going to talk to our legislators, we have to understand that they cannot, after that date, introduce anything. And the last date for any concurrence, House and Senate, is March 30th, because they go home April 15th, and they need those 15 days for the governor to say, I don't like this, and veto, and then they go into the veto session as well. We'll all be invited over by KMC on the 11th of February. That's an important date that we need that visibility more this session than ever before. And it's really going to be a truncated day because the Capitol is totally closed. The annex will be open in some areas. And by the way, it's that sort of thing that you go from the back of the side and you go through the front door of the annex, and that can be problematic. Remember, Judge, you helped me. That can be problematic depending upon the weather. There is a proposal, Senate Bill 40, which I believe the intent from the discussion we had in a call the other day, virtual call, might give the judge more authority on nominees to the library. That ends, let's see, you'll need to look, Mike, at House Bill 106 on pay for EMS workers. Are you aware of that one? It was couched similar to, and this was interesting because it sounds like an unfunded mandate again, where volunteer firefighters get paid per run that they make. It would be additional compensation to EMS workers. All of a sudden, other workers out there who do things overtime and unplanned are going to be, this is Tom Ellis speaking, not anybody else on the committee. I see some real serious issues on your budget. So House Bill 106, that might be one of the most important ones at the lower level of the legislation that we'll be tracking. Tomorrow.
Keep your eye out for that commercial insurance bill too, because that's going to be important.
Do you have the bill number?
No, but we have a meeting coming up on Friday, but I have a flyer that I'll send you guys out.
Okay, let me know. Tomorrow at 9, we have 3 sessions, hour-long each, here in the office. Bill's setting it up, and I advise everybody to be there. KMCA is putting it on, and it's going to be a very important discussion of some of these, and obviously, since in 2 days they had almost 300 bills, they've got a whole lot more today. So, Judge, that pretty much concludes what I've got.
All right.
Hold on, I got a question for
Yes,
Tom.
sir.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on House Bill 162? It's the driver's license bill that Maddox put in?
I do not. Not familiar with it.
That's the one where she's looking to push the driver's license back to the counties instead of the
regional centers.
Yeah, I didn't know the bill number, but I think it's even, I believe I saw that in the last edition of the Advocate, but yeah, I'll definitely look into that one.
I'll be having a legislative Zoom at 2 o'clock today too with the county judges, so I'll ask about some of these.
Yeah. A lot of criticism on that new system, and that's what precipitated it being introduced, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Master Bodner?
We had a working meeting at Junction City Matters the other night, just looking at our calendar of events. March 28th, they're going to do Easter on Main, so it's going to be interesting. We'll have an Easter, but we don't know about the specifics of it, but it's going to be a little different than your usual Easter egg hunt. May, we're going to start we're proposing some First Friday or Food Truck Fridays with an occasional movie. In June, we're going to do summer car shows or a 5K. We're still undecided. July, fireworks with a 250-year celebration festivities with that on July the 3rd. We've got our Balloons Over the Bluegrass Festival set. It's August the 9th. We're going to have a big 250 theme to it this year. So we had a meeting about that and set the date. In September, a back to school event. So they are working on lots of good ideas, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, I have documented proof that Julie did not knock over the shovels. John did every minute of that, and I watched, I got down, and here's the shovels are sitting there, and all of a sudden one of them goes, this falls out, I guess the
It was
wind.
that wet, wet and muddy ground.
Yeah. So the little boy sitting in front of Christian's little boy, he did not do it, Julie did. Okay, wonderful day yesterday. I said it's like the Lord just opened up the sun and shined it down on us. It was a really, really good event, and I've got lots of high hopes for it to be an exceptional area. We get A+ for making parks happen, but we get a D- in unified shovel digging. I never saw one person shovel dig at the same time. We're supposed to go unitedly up and over, and we're like, ugh. It was fun. I laughed and laughed. I had a good time with that. We have today a 250th year, America 250 celebration meeting at 2 at 6 p.m. The Republicans are going to party is going to have a meet the candidate, where you have a 2 or 3 minute speech to introduce yourself. And a lot of there's things going on, but that's all I've got for today.
Judge, forgive me, my sloppy notes are so comprehensive that I forgot my white note that had the most important one, and that is there is jail legislation, and we'll be coordinating with the committee with Brian.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Master Barton. Master Harmon.
Just kind of give you an update where I'm at. I'm starting out in physical therapy, learning how to raise your arm.
You're out of the sling.
Let me tell you something. You break your shoulder in 2 places, you have trouble raising your arm.
Oh.
You don't want to raise it. I mean, it's totally against your brain.
No.
No! But that'll be probably 6 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
More, so look forward to that. Just give you a little bit of my physical health. Ain't nothing we can do about the mental, doesn't check with that. They don't have a shot, they don't have a pill. There is an operation involved clipping, so we're not gonna do that. All right. You know what I mean, man. But
Well, you're looking good, and that's saying a lot for you.
that's saying a whole lot. But I appreciate y'all's prayers. Your help too.
Would have you on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah. I just pass out.
Paula, you just hit him on the shoulder for me.
But that's all I got.
Thank you, Master Harmon. Master Cullen.
Well, I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful you're on the mend, and
Yeah.
our city guys don't speak a lot sometimes, except for Jamie, but they do a lot, you know, and Barry's one of them, so we appreciate it. Today, the EMS committee met, and it was, we were definitely outnumbered, Jamie and I. They came in full force, and I'm so proud of our EMS crew, and just the sacrifice, everything they do is just for the good of Boyle County. You know, and now Mike's part of Boyle County, we can appreciate that.
Yeah, that's right.
My district.
Yeah, so there were several things that we're talking about. You know, Mark Smith gave an update on the crisis team, and you know, they're getting a lot more calls, a lot more in with the public, and so that's good. We do have we did talk about Jessica Wigington and possible future employment opportunities with her, which I'm excited about because you know, she's done fantastic with the debriefs, and then also, you know, we've allowed her to start coming in and having kind of like set office hours that, you know, not only the EMS but any of our first responders can come in and say, hey, I really need to talk about this situation I was just in, saw this accident, you know, we had an unfortunate event that happened on Sunday that we don't think about, that these guys and girls see every day. A lot of it we don't even know about, and they just see it, and then they're like, you know, I got to go on my next run. And so to be able to give them access to somebody that can help them with what they've seen, that's one of the best things this court can do for all of our first responders. So
Yeah, just if I could just add to that, I think the committee is it's definitely a favorable view. We just want to do some due diligence
Okay.
with Shannon and others to look at funding issues.
Funding, budget stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the fun
So,
stuff.
Yeah.
Great. I'm glad to hear that.
Terry Dunn gave an update on his community outreach, and like I said, I love the way him and Mark work together, and it's just an excellent team that we have there. Mo gave education update, and there's a possibility we can maybe do some more stuff with BCTC, which would be great for the county and for BCTC. So looking forward to that. Tim talked about the truck status. 2 of our trucks are back in. The new ones are back striped. We're just waiting on radios and stuff like that to get installed, and then we'll get them in service. And that's kind of where the discussion came about surplusing some of these other vehicles and how we get it where, you know, we pay top dollar for these vehicles. You know, we're hoping to get top dollar, and you know, somebody in the surrounding counties may not be needing an EMS, but somebody in Nashville might, or somebody else might need one right away, and that just helps us get rid of them quicker, and that way we can add to them quicker. So, and then Mike talked about fleet management. You know, possibly looking at, you know, a part-time person, and I think we maybe once Fred Kane kind of gets a little more operational, and Tommy goes over there about, you know, and does Tommy need to report to somebody else maybe? That's directly there with him, that also can help him. So
I'll have Mark come in the next meeting and give you all an update on Fred Kane.
great. Here's the magical numbers. Runs for 2024, 7,256. Runs for 2025, 7,546. So the numbers are ticking up. No more 400, 500 run months. We're looking at, you know, high 600s. December was 656 runs. Compared to November of 585 runs. And so that kind of led to a small discussion is, will we have to start maybe adding extra crews?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how many runs? And so Mike's going to get us some numbers on how many runs each shift is seeing, and do we need to look at that, because we are going into the budget session. So, so I will go ahead and submit that report, make the motion to accept it.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion by Magistrate Cullen, a second by Magistrate Gay. Any discussion on the report? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
I don't have much else except maybe thought that the judge is up to you, but our ag commissioner lost his father, and it's terrible, and I know it's hurting him badly, and so I thought maybe we could possibly adjourn in Gary Bennett Shell's honor today for this court meeting.
I think that's a great idea. I just actually found out last night about it, and I was just like, I can't believe that. That's terrible.
I went to the reception, and it was to start at 4 o'clock. At 3:30, the parking lot was absolutely so full I had to park in the grass.
Yeah.
And it was taking some people 2 hours to go through
That's
the
what I
line.
was being told last night, that it was just incredible, the turnout for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was his name again?
It's Gary Bennett Shell.
Bennett?
Yeah, Bennett.
Okay.
And like I said, you know, Jonathan's not from here, but he is a huge advocate for the whole state, especially Boyle County.
Yes.
And the farmers in Boyle County, and so he's our next door neighbor too. So.
Yeah, I think that would be great. All right.
That's all I got.
Thank you, Magistrate Cullen. Magistrate Gay?
Yes, just want to remind everyone about Martin Luther King Day celebration. It's coming up on Monday, and I wouldn't expect it to be otherwise, but it's going to be cold again. So dress warmly, and if you would like to join the march, we'll be gathering at 11:30 at City Hall for our relatively short march to the Northern Center. But if you do not want to march, you can just go straight to the Norton Center. The event will be starting at noon. And there are t-shirts and food. Lunch is being provided after the event. They would like people to RSVP, but I'm sure if you forget to RSVP, that accommodations can be made. So they're just trying to get a general head count on lunch, but we're hoping to have a good lunch turnout as well. And the center and the city are helping fund lunch, so we appreciate that.
And then
as
what
well.
happens after lunch? Is there?
And then after lunch, there
program?
actually is a community service event that's going to be at Jenny Rogers.
Okay.
And it's all part of that flyer that I sent around to everybody, but it's going to be like a service project day that's going to be led by a lot of center students, kind of the center students that focus a lot on community volunteerism.
Okay.
Are going to help lead that event. So a good day coming up on Monday.
Okay.
And in addition to the Secretary Shell's father, I would like to add Dr. Jack Cody to our
yes.
list to adjourn in his memory. Just a great man, active in our community for many years, and surgeon, local surgeon, and father of John Cody, who's recently been involved in a lot of our Parks and Rec planning work. So
I worked with Dr. Cody for years at Ephraim, and he was a wonderful doctor, wonderful person.
All right.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Gay. That's your sleeper.
Yes, I also enjoyed the bike park groundbreaking. My 16-year-old grandson, Max Cook, who's an avid mountain biker, attended as well. And when I asked him if he wanted to go, he said, well, I have to shovel dirt.
We needed all the help we could.
I know, right? We weren't very good.
I said, you probably won't get a shovel, but he ended up getting a shovel.
Yeah.
But it was great. I really appreciate Magistrate Bodner's leadership and all that.
Absolutely.
Taking the lead and being the spearhead and going, sticking with it with all the difficult steps that were along the way. Went to the Danville City Commission meeting last night. Bryce Gibson was giving a report on homelessness. Is going to make his appeal for help with the hotel vouchers. And as we had, recall, we gave $8,800 towards that, and he asked the city to match that. And the city actually tried to one-up us, and they approved $10,000. So we were appreciative of that.
That's good.
That's good. That's real
very
good.
But also, the majority of homeless folks are within the city
Yes.
limits, so it's
Yes.
only reasonable that they do that, but I do appreciate their doing that.
Which is in the county, right?
Yes. In the county.
And just wanted to acknowledge and congratulate J.J. Harris on the Danville Boyle County Development Corporation's accreditation that they received from the International
I butchered the last time I said
Economic
that.
Development Council. So congratulations to him and his team.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was really an exciting thing.
First one in Kentucky.
Yes, very first one.
I had one thing to ask Steve and you, as our representative on EDA. I actually went to the Trails meeting this week, and there's talk about possibly some right-of-way over at the railroad property that we own, or that EDA owns.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's been discussion about possibly having some sort of the trails system back there as well. So I didn't know if that's something that you guys have talked about and possibly just
It's been mentioned.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Not any
Really.
in-depth
There's been no
discussion.
action on it or anything like that. It's just been discussed. Yeah.
Just mentioned.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what
I think it would be
the future holds, but
be good to get as much trails out there as possible.
Yeah, and I think the overall impression was that pretty much everybody's in favor of doing
Yeah.
that.
That's all I had.
And if I could just add, I do want to back up, if I could, and echo everybody else's comments about Magistrate Bodner's work on the Trails project. That is going to be, that's a huge addition to our recreational activities. And as was indicated, not only for our local people, but I really think it's going to have a regional impact on our recreation within this, outdoor recreation within this community. And so thank you for your work on that
And
project.
ultimately economic development.
Absolutely.
And not
Well, I
just for our
certainly-
younger folks.
Not just for
Yeah.
young ones, too.
Everybody.
I certainly didn't realize the amount of bikers that we have here. I mean, once you start talking to people, I mean,
It's everywhere.
everybody rides a bike, you know, and it's just
And
crazy to think how many people are actually already doing that, and now we'll have a place to go and
And it's-
ride and
it's like not just the bikers, the hikers, the walkers.
Yeah, yeah.
The schools can come out and
Yeah.
study
Yeah.
nature, you know, it's just, I think it could be awesome.
Yeah, well, the
I think
school's
it
mountain
will be
bike
awesome.
team, you know,
Yeah, the
will
bike back.
be one of the main users of it,
Exactly.
so, yeah. It's gonna be a good thing.
Absolutely. So I failed to mention that, and I wanted to echo all the things that have been said, but it's excellent.
All right, good
I
deal.
was happy to be there as well,
It's fun.
even though I had to clean my shoes for about 2 hours.
I had to
I
do
wasn't
my daughter.
advised properly to wear my boots.
We forgot to put out the boot memo.
That's what happens when you invite city boys, right?
I know, right? I'm a city slicker, I didn't.
All right, Jenny, do you have anything that you'd like to report?
No, the only thing I had was I kind of jumped in on the plat, so
Okay.
that's been approved, but otherwise we don't have any
Okay.
business unless
All
anyone
right.
has any questions or anything that I need to
Any
take back
questions
to
for
the
Jenny?
office.
Oh, gosh.
All right, Julie?
Trying to decide how to, how to put my things. Do I do the most important first or the least? I think we'll go for the most important.
Okay.
Excuse me. I think in the next 10 to 14 days, we'll be going to bid on the Buster Pike Bridge. Hold your applause. It looks like we're gonna have a bid opening on February 10th. Hold your applause, 'cause that's the plan here. So I think we're about a year and a half behind schedule, but it's gonna be great. So that's huge, huge, huge.
I lost count.
Just like this.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of stuff happening on that real fast, so thank you.
Yeah.
The appropriation for community agencies, I put the policy out there for you all just to have that in case anybody asks.
I had a
Letters-
question on that.
Yes.
When we go to do the administrative code adjustments again, changes, can we actually just take this list out and put in there like C approved court list? That way we don't have to change the whole code if we want to take somebody off or put somebody on.
Like
or
an
whatever.
appendix page or something?
Yeah, kind of like an
Okay.
appendix page. That's why it's not actually in the code, but just say C appendix
Don't know how
for
to do it.
those currently approved or those.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I
Makes sense.
think that's doable.
Yeah. Pickleball, the construction documents are under development right now. I'm gonna call him today and see where he is on those. I don't expect they'll be ready probably till mid-February, but they're under development. The clock tower, like I said, it looks like Tate Architects, who did the other work originally, is interested in working with us again. And then finally, I'd like to get permission to go ahead and start a Facebook page for the Pine Knob Trail Park, connect it to Instagram so we can start getting some buzz about that out in social media. And that will take a motion and a approval for that.
Okay.
I'd like to make that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to second.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. All right, so we have a motion by Manager Bodner, a second by Manager Sleeper to start a Facebook page for the Pine Knob Trail. Any discussion?
Yeah, it's a joint owned property. Do we have to coordinate with the city on that or?
We don't.
If it's our
It's our
pages.
page, I mean,
Just alert them.
we
Yeah.
can tell them, yeah.
They may be
Maybe
even able to
someday,
help us
You know,
do
once
one.
we get it
I mean,
started, we could turn it over to Parks and Rec at some point, yeah, but since we're kind of leading the project, it might be better for us
To start, yeah.
whatever
I
you
think
guys
that's
want to
good.
do.
Sounds good.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I just didn't know if it fall under Park and Rec at some point.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
That's all.
Okay. Was there anything else on the appropriations that you wanted clarification on, or are you good with?
Is everybody okay with that list? It's in the code, so that's what we'll go with. I'm gonna send those out. I will be in California, leaving the 23rd and out the last week of January, so I wanna get them out before I leave. And the code says they have at least 4 weeks to respond, so we'll get those out. And, unless you have any.
So that means we'll not be adding any new appropriations, just what's on that list. Okay.
Right, and then we can, I agree with his recommendation, is that we, once we get back to June, when we address the code, that we look at addressing how it's put in the code, right?
Yes, yes.
And so the other ones, like the airport,
If you look at the second page, they're addressed on the second page.
so do we, I almost kind of feel like the senior center is kind of like one of our, it almost belongs on the second page.
Okay.
I don't know how everyone else feels about that.
Yeah, we can move that, we can make that adjustment in June and move them over to.
I agree.
those are
I
just
think it's one of
permanent.
our regular.
I think it's one of those ones that
Appropriations,
we
yeah.
are going to fund because these other ones are kind of like we can or we cannot, but that's kind of on here that are one that will be funded. We don't have to fund exactly what they ask for, just like any of the others, but you know, it's ones that consider more of a.
So we can move the senior center to the back page.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's really the only other one on there.
All right. Okay, just want to clarify that and make sure we're all on the same page on
And
that.
once we get to budget season, then we can decide who you want to come in. Do you want them all to come in? Do you want, so we'll make that decision. That's really up to you if you want to hear from everybody and take a day or not, so.
And the Veterans Day event, that's probably more of a sponsorship thing?
That's, well, yeah, it's kind of like Martin Luther King Day too, so all sponsorship, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're the normal ones that we do year after year after year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can put them anywhere you all want to put them. I mean.
No, I just, I want to make sure we fund that. But
Yes.
It's also kind of one of those things where it kind of comes out to that certain fund of yours. So.
Community?
The community events.
What is it, Shannon?
Community development?
Community development, yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it.
Builds the community.
Good.
All right, good deal.
Fund, good fund.
Okay, anything else, Julie? All right, thank you. I just have two quick things. Courthouse will be closed Monday for the Martin Luther King holiday, so everybody get out and participate in the events that are going on, beginning at 11:30. And then the Judges Conference is February the 4th through the 6th, so if anybody's attending, please make sure Katina knows and how many days you want to stay and all that good stuff. So I think everybody's probably responded by now, but if not,
If they responded, they've got to run.
okay, all right. So she needs to get that booked and registrations and all that paid out. Okay, at this point, I would like to ask that we go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61-810, paragraph 1, paragraph B, deliberations on the future acquisition or sale of real property by a public agency, but only when publicity would be likely to affect the value of a specific piece of property to be acquired for public use or sold by a public agency. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Master Cullen, is there a second? Master Bodner. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. We're going into executive session. I'd like to ask
I'm right over from the farm.
Are you talking Taylor Road that faces?
We're live.
We are.
Waiting on Katina.
Stinking Katina every time. Oh, hey.
Yeah. You want to make sure you heard that. Mm-hmm. Thank you for throwing your stuff on the floor too.
Yeah, solidarity right there. I was like, man.
All right, I need a motion to return to regular session.
Copy and Julie ought to keep.
Make a motion.
Commissioner Harmon, second.
Second.
Commissioner Cullen, no action taken. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are back in regular session. Now I'd like to ask for a motion to adjourn, and to adjourn in memory of Dr. Jack Cody and
Gary
Bennett Shell, which was Ag Commissioner Jonathan's father.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, have a motion by Magistrate Cullen, second by Magistrate Ellis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries, and we are adjourned.